it's been an incredible journey. Myself and my husband own the football club.
How did you get round to buying it in the first place, or why did you?
Because John's from Mansfield, so a local businessman. He's done really well, and he really wanted to give back to the community that he's from. So it's been a real, passion of ours over the years. My children are now involved. We were on an open top bus ride all the way through Mansfield. The local area has been incredibly supportive, and I think they appreciate the infrastructure that we've put in place at the football club with like the training ground. We've not rushed anything. It's been 14 years. We're genuine. There's just a nice atmosphere. I think they can tell that we're doing things from the heart, and it's lifted the whole community.
Sorry, just quickly, has it always been like that? Was it like that from the start?
Oh no, it wasn't. We took, I think, retrospectively, would we do it again if we knew what we had to go through? I mean, Mansfield itself has had like a kicking politically. It's one of those areas in the UK, kind of forgotten sometimes in areas of deprivation, and it was, a little bit flat. It hadn't been loved. There was no the separation from the ground also was an issue. So the football club didn't own its stadium, basically, which caused issues. We were locked out at times from the previous owner. So it was, we really pumped a lot of money, a lot of energy, time, enthusiasm, and we love football as a family.
No wonder you're smiling about times like this then, given all that.
You've got to enjoy it. There's so many times where it's, even this season, do I enjoy the games? Like, I'm not sure, I sit there with trepidation, like, I daren't move, I daren't breathe, and a lot of the time, myself and my husband, we're based over in Portugal, so there'll be the two of us in the house alone watching it on iFollow, and we're not sometimes getting the experience of being there in the mix. I mean, we go to as many games as we can, if we lose, it's not the best atmosphere in the house.
But that is because you have that emotional engagement, or you realise the financial repercussions if you don't win?
Everything. I think it's I have superstitions. I'm like, football is a strange thing. You can have all the perfect ingredients, and the recipe just doesn't make a nice cake. So I don't know. Maybe that's not a good analogy. I don't know.
It was rather nice that the mayor gave you some commendation, you and your husband. That was for community as well as the football.
It was, yeah. I mean, we do an awful lot for the community, and that's really important to us as well. And it helps the football club. Our season tickets are the highest they've ever been. Our attendances are, and I hope there's a really nice feeling around the town and also at the football club, which is, the drive, the passion and energy, as I said before, that I feel like we put into it.
Was there a time when you say about a hard time, so was there a time when you said to your husband, look, I've had enough of this, it's not working out, people just aren't accepting
often.
us? Maybe. No, really? And was it what particularly happened?
No, we always have times like that. When we got promoted, we were a husband and wife team, so the players all, were very excited, and my husband was as well. They went up to the boardroom, and ceiling tiles the next day were missing. He was there till 4 a.m, and I'd gone back home with my boys because they were at school again after the Easter break, and the next minute we were having a promotion party at the football club in our brand new marquee. The next thing, they're in Las Vegas. Ooh. And they are there now.
That's so where everybody goes to Vegas. Wrexham go there as well.
Yeah, we're competing with Wrexham.
Actually, you are going down pretty well. Russ and Edward Morell on text say, can you thank Carolyn and John for everything they've done for Mansfield Town? Stags are going up. Ole, ole.
Ole.
It's slightly off-beam topic, but women CEOs are not common in football, but they've been with us for quite some time, going back to the days of Karen Brady, who's still with us now. I mean, was she, I don't know, an inspiration to you that she had done it and been through lots of ups and downs along the way.
Absolutely. I mean, I think so. And hopefully more women will come through as the years progress. It's a different place than it was certainly like 14 years ago when I entered the football industry. And that's great. You know, on the pitch, females are doing great. Off the pitch, and, you know, it has to be. Women bring different things to men. Like you can... my husband and I are very different characters. I like to think of myself as like the light and joy and the person with the strategic know-how. But no, he is practical and it works. I think men and women work well together.
I don't know if you've seen the series Ted Lasso on Apple TV, and there's a character on there, Haddon Waddingham plays.
And she's amazing.
Is she sort of like you?
Possibly, yeah. I think so.
I mean, what's your approach?
We're both fantastic singers as well.
Oh,
behind
yeah,
the scenes.
Very good.
Keep microphones away from me because, it's a great. And, you know, and the Wrexham documentary as well. I think it is like the football is entertainment, isn't it? That's it's moving into that way. Unfortunately, we've not got a documentary, so...
Oh, come on, that's got to be
Made
the
in
next
Mansfield.
step.
Yeah, Made in Mansfield. You went to a top university, you're a trained lawyer, you're obviously heavily involved in the businesses which are in Doncaster.
Yes, One Call Insurance.
Yeah, I mean, that is, you know, and you've obviously got the sort of the kids, busy family life.
Yeah.
Are you properly appreciated with everything that you juggle? And is there still misogyny? I know you say that it has improved, but do you still have that issues?
I don't know. I think women are, you know, we're great and men are great as well. I think it's saying, oh, you know, quotas on women and things like that. You know, in life, it's person to person, it's individual. You've got to be active. You've got to be, you know, making sure that you're moving forward all the time. But women are homemakers usually, you know, the caregivers, and for children, I mean, I don't stop.
You're doing everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I love it though as well. I mean, at times I'm tired, but you know, everybody's the same. We're all working really hard, aren't we?
But it's this stage of the season where you have to release players. Is that difficult?
It is, yeah. I mean, especially when you've formed relationships and they've been around the club for a long time and you have to make some decisions. You've got to be, you know, move forward. And certainly for us, League One's going to be extremely competitive. Those I follow days with my husband, I'm not looking forward to. You know, you've got some huge teams, you know, coming. Birmingham, it's going to be a tricky league to be in.
Carolyn, just a quick one. It's a Mansfield one, this one. Please thank Carolyn and her husband for the passion, pride and progress they've given the club. Recently, the Bishop Street stand development was mentioned. Are you able to give any details on this? New capability, new capacity, timelines, etc.
Yeah. So, I mean, this has been going on for a long time. And I don't know if you've visited Mansfield, but there's this derelict stand, which is, it's still, you know, it was condemned with the previous owner. So we're redeveloping it. We want to just get it up as quickly as possible because we need the capacity as well. We're selling out week in, week out. It's going to be no swim up bars or anything like that at the top, but maybe we'll have some hospitality boxes, and we're deciding safe standing. There's all this kind of, but it's expensive, safe standing. So it'd take a lot to recoup one seat. And
to do that and to get some money, you'll need some help from those beastly people at the Premier League who seem a bit reluctant to talk about sharing the money out more fairly. You've presumably been in lots of discussions about how the money is shared out and how much comes down from the Premier League. What's your take on it all?
It's kind of... I think it's that joined up thinking as well that needs to be done between the EFL and the Premier League, because it's gone from... Was it 53 million 4 years ago? And then the Championship were put in and that's muddied things. Now it's 900 million, which is nearly £1 billion. And then the regulators become involved and the Premier League is saying, well, we need to know where we are, where we stand. before we're going to agree to anything. So will anything ever be agreed?
You mentioned the regulator.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of the custodian and the sort of the security for a club and the culture and its future, you and your husband provide that for Mansfield.
Yeah.
But do you think the regulator has a place or not?
I think if you look at regulation across industries, it's very difficult when you're a civil servant to then know the world of football. It is a unique industry, and I think you need to really understand how it works, because it doesn't make sense. It's not like a textbook kind of, but I do understand, there's a lot of football clubs which are misrun, and
but it's unfair on the ones who aren't badly run. I mean, Henry loves a regulator. He throws everybody in the same pot and says, get the regulators on them. But people like yourself, who it seems are running a good, successful business, it seems unfair to me that the government's going to impose themselves on it.
Do you know what? You've got to be ambitious in life. You've got to be proactive and ambitious. And, there's something about people that do well, because, it takes a lot of energy and drive to do anything successfully. It's the nature of activity and progress, and will it stifle things? Possibly. I mean, you look at the state of the political, the politics in this country at the moment. I mean, where a regulator will sit, I don't know. Who will regulate the regulator?
No,
the FCA, is it? Who? I don't know.
Just on your point generally about sort of politics, where's the leadership in the game coming from, and why aren't you on the FA board?
I know. A few years ago I did a great video, and nobody. I
thought it was tongue in cheek, wasn't it? The video a little bit.
It was based on an old JFK. It did well for him, but I think it was. I think that's the problem as well in football. It needs lifting. It needs vibrancy and youth and energy. That's everything does. That's the.
Sounds like you feel there's a bit too much negativity around the game then.
Well, no, not really. There is elements. I think there always is in anything in life, but. I don't know. The FA are being progressive, and
are they? What about FA Cup replays then? How did you feel about them basically imposing it that you're not going to have FA Cup replays and you're going to have to suck it up?
The first time I heard about it was when our media guy Steve-O was like, "And what are your thoughts on this?" I was like, and it had already happened. I was like, "Cheers, thanks, Steve-O." Yeah, because it matters. Because when we played Liverpool, for example, that was an amazing moment in our club's history. Well, in my tenure, and we didn't win the replay because of Suarez's handball.
Another one.
But that matters. That would have boosted things as it happened. The energy. We ended up getting promoted that season anyway. But and you go back to the deals that haven't happened. And sustainability of football clubs. Or you have to recoup money and earn money where you can.
So the
it's
FA.
a huge blow.
So the FA let down the clubs down the pyramid by agreeing to the Premier League's demands.
I feel on this occasion, definitely. I mean, you never know. Prince William might step in and sort it out.
Save the day.
Hopefully.
Do you think there's any chance that you can have a renegotiation of this and get back with the FA and say, no, we want our replays preserved?
I think if enough people, make it clear that they're unhappy about it, especially football clubs, but are we wasting our energy?
I don't know. I mean, do you not all get on the phone together and say we've got to go and
only during
storm the
COVID.
FA gate?
Only
Really?
COVID. So COVID, we started, it's actually me and my husband, a WhatsApp group. I don't know if I've archived it probably now. But yeah, that was a moment in time because we needed direct communication. And I think a lot of the owners at that time were like, right, this is massive. This is how are we going to get through this period of time? We have WhatsApp group.
Were you worried at that point that clubs would go bust, even like yourselves?
Yeah, I mean, it was a look at Stevenage at the time. I mean, it was us clubs that were, we voted to keep them in the division. And obviously then they went and got our lovely Steve Evans and nearly made it to the championship.
They did. They had a bit of a good run. My local club, that one.
But that shows as well, going back to Stevenage, how great having a good manager is really important.
So what's in your in tray now? I mean, as soon as you won promotion, did you suddenly start thinking, oh my goodness me, what are we going to do? We've got to talk all about these contracts. We need new sponsors. There's going to be more money sloshing around. Everybody's going to want a pay rise. What sort of things are you dealing with right now? Yeah,
I think it's the journey, not the destination, isn't it? It was great that moment when the whistle blew and we got promoted, but it's building now. But I think consolidating it, we're not going to go crazy. We're going to keep the core squad, maybe add a few more additions, but generally, we've got Nigel, who's extremely measured, and Simon, and I think we're in safe hands there.
But do players understand you need to balance the books, or do they look at promotion and we want another 20%?
Players are. It is what they cost, what they cost, don't they? Unless you go and get some random signing from out of Mongolia. But it is generally what they are, and the agents are what they are.
It seems remiss
Chip
of us.
them down as much as you can, but
it seems remiss of us not to have talked about Nigel Clough, and we've only got a short amount of time. But tell us what he means to your club and how much he's done for Mansfield.
Oh, he's an absolute legend. He really is. I mean, he's football pedigree. Obviously, he doesn't need to be told how to do his job. Not that I ever would, anyway. But we're very, very grateful and happy. He's just really easy to work with, and lovely, great guy.
Is he knocking on your door saying, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, we need this, we need that, hurry up, get on with it? Impatient?
No, nothing unreasonable. He's not unreasonable at all. He loves his football. He loves his dog. He brings it, we're very grounded, down to earth individuals who say it as it is, and so it works really well for us.
Carolyn Radford, CEO of Mansfield Town, who's taking the team into League One. We wish you all the best for next season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Good
so
luck.
much.
Congratulations.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.